Kia ora, you're watching NZOWN, and today we are joined by a couple of the members from Batucada Sound Machine. Welcome, guys.
Hey.
Would you care to introduce yourselves to the NZOWN viewers?
My name's Alex Ehrlich and I play the bass guitar.
I'm James Hughes and I'm the leader of the band.
Now, Batucada Sound Machine, a band made up of many different cogs and components, but you could say you are a human machine of some sorts. How many people are actually in the band in total?
We've got 13 members spread out through New Zealand as well, so sometimes it's hard to get them all in the same place at the same time.
We've got a guy in Dunedin who flies up for every gig, a guy in Wellington, we bring him up just because of the specialist kind of nature of some of the music, so we're kind of hand-picking some of the musicians from around the country,
So 13 of you, what are the actual components of the band? Like, how does it all work?
We've got, at one stage we had 6 percussionists. I think that might have whittled down a little bit, so we've got like two Brazilian drummers, bass, couple of guitars, 4 vocalists, 3 horns, and I'm probably forgetting something in there. Keyboards.
Yeah. Keyboards, very important.
MC,
hazardous.
You do realise that your bandmates will probably be watching this, so you know.
Yeah, and they're all really beautiful and awesome and talented and everything else.
You made up for it there. Now, Batucada Sound Machine, for people who, many of our Juice TV viewers out there may not be familiar with what it is you do. Now, you obviously draw your inspiration from many different genres and nations. Can you kind of sum it up for us?
Yeah, essentially we take all the groove-based music, so we've got like the reggae, the dub and funk and Afrobeat, and we use a Brazilian kind of bass to a lot of it. So batucada is a Brazilian word. It means Procassa, it's a percussive rhythm. So that's kind of the underlying beat of the music, and then we use all those other influences that we have, the hip hop as well on top of that. So just all the good musics.
It's kind of a fusion of different nationalities and such.
Yeah, by kind of taking our own New Zealand influences as well, contemporary influences. Yeah.
Now, you've recorded some live material and also an EP, I'm correct, aren't I? Am I incorrect? Before the album Rhythm and Rhyme?
Yeah, a little clandestine EP that nobody really knows about, and we're happy that no one really knows about it actually.
Given that you are, such a sort of live-based group, how did the recording process differ? Obviously you're going to be in a studio, but like how did it work out for you guys? That whole process, did it feel any different?
Oh, it was way different than the live recording because we didn't even know we were making an EP. We just got recorded at a gig, a really cool gig though, at WOMAD in Taranaki, and then they gave us the tapes and we had an album all of a sudden, so that was really different. But when we came into the studio, man, there's a lot of work had to go on to getting that 13 people all up to scratch. We had songs that were really good for live, but they're way too long and stuff for an album, so it was a lot of work to get it in, and we had to do it in 3 weeks.
Wow.
Record the whole thing, so it was tough work.
So 13 of you, did you actually record all of your pieces together in the studio, or did you do the kind of overdub thing?
Yeah, no, we enlisted Mr. Neil Sparks as a producer, and we sat down with him and worked out a sort of plan of attack, and essentially we did the drums, bass, a little bit of percussion as a bed, and then we layered the guitars, then the vocals, then the horns, then the congas and all the Brazilian percussion, and that went on and on and on. We got 70, 80 tracks in some of the songs.
Man, that sounds like an absolute mission.
Yeah.
Congratulations though, because they're in your hands at the moment. You've got the album Rhythm and Rhyme. How are you feeling about it, guys?
I mean, we are all really, really proud of it. Not as perfectionists, especially me. I'm picking my way through it, going, oh, this is wrong. But now, I couldn't ask for a better product. And we mixed it in New York as well with one of the top engineers at Avatar Studios, handpicked by our producer. So there's a lot of talent gone into the producing of it as well. So we're really, really stoked.
Obviously, you sparked some international interest then.
Yeah, we're looking. We've got some interest for releasing in the States and possibly Australia. We've got some good opportunities in Aussie at the moment, live and with the album. So, yeah, fingers crossed.
And Alex, how are you feeling about the album?
Oh, I'm really, really happy with it. It's the first, I've been on a few other albums, but just as a sort of session guy, but this is the first time I've been the bass player all the way up through it, and it's great, man. because it was such a tight schedule and stuff, sometimes it amazes me that we get through everything, like, and when we're doing the rhythm section tracks, it was taking, you know, like, we did it in a couple of days, which is usually sort of unheard of. We've got an amazing drummer. I've got to mention Rota Barrington, because drums, as a lot of people know, are a very hard thing to get perfect, and he pretty much did the whole thing like perfect right off the bat. So yeah, it was an amazing process.
Well, hats off to you guys. Actually, you know, it shows so much about your, you know, willpower and passion. Now, one of the things that really strikes me about the album Rhythm and Rhyme is it is a very diverse album. You've got your Afrobeat, you've got a bit of reggae in there, you've got your hip hop. If you had to choose, you know, what would be your favourite kind of flavour on the album, both of you?
For me, I really like, we've got a salsa tune on there called Heche Será, and yeah, I really like that song because we got some amazing percussionists as well. Along with James, we've got Alfonso and Darren that are great percussionists, and so we've got a really good salsa groove. And for me, who's just a, you know, white Kiwi, like really amazed that we could get this really. I think it's quite authentic. Maybe some Latinos would listen to it and go, nah, but I reckon it sounds authentic, and I'm like, cool, man, we did this. So that's pretty choice. That's the top one for me.
Yeah,
and I'm at the moment, my favourite sort of varies every second day, but I'm quite digging Smoke at the moment, which is a track that we featured Sheifu on. Awesome. And yeah, it's pretty dark and something a bit different, but yeah, it's good. It's my favourite.
Now, you guys live, I've seen you live. I think it's an excellent visual extravaganza as well as an oral extravaganza. Now, I've heard that you guys have a bit of a habit of taking the audience with you when you perform sometimes. So you care to elaborate?
Yeah, sometimes. Well, the whole samba thing, it can't really, if you've ever seen those Brazil carnival and stuff, it's basically like that. These guys are all playing all this Brazilian percussion, you know, and Pied Piper get all the whole crowd following us and stuff. We did that in Australia and led everyone to the merchandise tent to spend all their money on our stuff. So that's it's a good ploy sometimes.
The horn section gets out there and, you know, plays their everyone dancing around, and it's
conga line kind of styles.
Yeah. It's actually quite funny because there's a band that we're influenced by. It's called Ozomatli, who's Jurassic 5 used to be part of those guys, and we saw them live, and the last song they did the exact same thing. We're like, hey, they're stealing our idea, but apparently they've been doing it for years too. So
you guys actually stole their idea.
Yeah.
Now, if the Juice TV viewers out there want to do the conga line down to one of your gigs and to the shops to grab your album, how do they find out all that sort of information?
The album is out in all good record stores, all record stores around the country, and our next gigs are our album launch party in Auckland at Galatos, November the 16th. And we go down to Wellington for you Wellington people on the 22nd of December, just before Christmas. And then after that, we're going to be doing the fabulous Jambalaya Festival, which is in Rotorua, which I must do a big shout out for because they've got the sickest lineup of bands that from Australia, who many people may not know about. Blue King Brown's coming, Watusi, Son Veneno, and we've played with these bands over there on some of these festivals, and we kind of sit there going,
amazing bands. Amazing bands.
I've kind of been giving them some advice to Jambalaya, saying you should get these bands, and they're bringing them over, and they're people will be blown away. And they've also got Catch a Fire 86. Mamaku Project, so it's a big festival lineup, and they deserves a bit of support down in Rotorua. Rotorua from the 4th to the 6th of January.
Well, nice wee summer festival there for you. Yeah, you guys are fantastic in the outdoor festivals. Do you have any sort of preference, indoor or outdoor?
Outdoor.
Yeah, indoor for me. Homegrown is good.
Well, look, Alex and James, thank you so much for joining me here on NZOWN today. Everyone, don't forget to check out the album Rhythm and Rhyme. It's in the shops right now by Batucada Sound Machine. It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to take you out now to Batucada Sound Machine with Rivers of Rhyme.